I'm the best at what I do, and what I do is brutally murder bad guys and make you cry. Logan! What up, big kids? Here's my big review of Logan. This will be a non-spoiler review. This is the final Wolverine movie with Hugh Jackman, who's played the character 9 movies over the course of 17 years. That is a feat that no other superhero actor has done. Wow, that is crazy. We've never seen an actor play a character so many times. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is getting there, but we'll see how many movies he has left. But wow, Hugh Jackman, we have grown up with him as Wolverine from 2000's X-Men. And this, after seeing so many movies with Wolverine, 6 X-Men movies and 3 solo Wolverine movies, this is definitely the best one. The best one that we've ever gotten with Wolverine. Not only is this the first movie, we finally get an R-rated Wolverine movie, and boy, is it R. This movie is definitely not for kids. There is brutally murder slashing from both Wolverine and X-23. It is just brutal. There's bad language. There's even some nudity. So definitely not for kids. But if you're a person that's grown up on Wolverine and been wanting to see that, you will be super happy. But this movie is way more than brutal violence. It is a really amazing, heartfelt movie. This is a movie that will hit you, stab you in the heart in so many ways. Hugh Jackman, he has grown into this role in so many movies, and he's done amazing jobs from X-Men to X-Men Days of Future Past to the Wolverine. But this, oh man, he really brings tears to your eyes in so many scenes with this movie. Let's talk about their actors. Like we got Patrick Stewart. This is also his final movie playing Professor X, who he's done in not as many films as Hugh Jackman, but at least in 4 X-Men movies, and then in X-Men Origins Wolverine. So we've seen Patrick Stewart as Professor X for many years, and wow, him and Logan's relationship is just so wow. It's really like a father-son relationship. He even in one point in the movie calls him his father. And yeah, I don't want to give away the plot in this movie, but it takes elements from Old Man Logan, but it's also an X-23 origin story. It's also just like its own thing. What kinda is in the X-Men universe, the movie universe, but it also is doing its own thing, which is a good thing. I don't mind if this, when X-Men Supernova comes out, they have a new Wolverine or whatever. It's at least nice to know that this movie did its own thing. It has elements talking about previous X-Men movies, like even X-Men Origins Wolverine, but it's doing its own thing. I think it's good for it. It really feels like a really good drama. Has a very much feel of The Last of Us, not in the sake of it's a post-apocalyptic future, but at the same with there's no more mutants, and there's you find out things throughout the movie. It's like, oh wow, that happened, which is just so great, and it's really really subtle things too, which is just wow. And there's a really surprising bad guy. It's which is a really cool metaphor of Wolverine and his journey throughout all these movies. Let's talk about X-23. She was amazing. For the first part of this movie, she's mostly mutant. The way she emotes things and the way that she's very much like this deadly assassin, brutal murder machine, but at the same time, as a kid, it just likes things like sunglasses or comic books, and it's really cool how they play with comic books in this movie, which is really cool. We also got characters like Caliban, played by Stephen Merchant, who I didn't realize it was him. He's so great and he's so funny, but in this movie, yeah, he has some great. There's not a lot of humor in this movie, but there's some great funny lines with him, and also Professor X and Logan. So don't expect a lot of humor, but there is some good funny moments sprinkled throughout this film. We got Boyd Holbrook playing Pierce, who's a really good baddie. He's has a lot of personality. He really brings a lot to the table. He won't be like the greatest X-Men villain of all time, but he still has some great little moments and lines. Is this movie a perfect movie for hardcore Wolverine fans? This is a great movie if you don't even like comic book movies. You just like good, even Oscar-worthy type of dramatic films. It just happens to have comic book characters in it, and wow, this is just even though this movie is like almost 2.5 hours, it really has a great pace. You just really feel for these characters. A lot of great character moments, and man, it will bring the tears. So with that said, I give Logan a 5 out of 5. Not only comic book fans, especially Wolverine fans, will love this, but people who just love great character, dramatic movies will absolutely love it. This movie will definitely hit you in the heart. And there's also there's no after credit scene, but there's a little great short in there that has been spoiled online, but you know what I mean. It's a definitely different short that throughout the rest of the movie, but the short is really nice to have, especially when you're about to see a very heavy-hearted movie like this one. So thank you for watching my review. For more, check out my website at SeanLikesLong.com. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, links in the description. I'm Sean Long. May you live long and love life. Thank you, Hugh Jackman, for being Wolverine for 17 years. You really took a piece of my heart. You got it out, you told me. You got it out. Ah! You 5 are the Power Rangers. Now, say my name. Zordon! You're goddamn right.